Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and the big patch is out right now for all platforms. This is a patch that fixes a ton of issues, and it's been in the testing branch of the game for like, what, 2 weeks now? So we are finally getting this publicly. So everyone is going to be able to get this patch right now. Guys, I'm so excited. So for the details, as always, I will link the detailed page down below. I'm just going to hit the big ones that I've seen, but there is a ton of fixes in this patch. So this is Worlds Part 2.5.58, update 5.58, and it's coming out for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and Xbox Game Pass. Nothing on the Nintendo Switch version, but you guys know Nintendo Switch is usually pretty slow about updates or patches, so it's probably going to be coming out in the next few days. But as of right now, it's out for all of the other platforms. So let's get into the details of this. So the first big note I saw right here fixed an issue that could cause players to not know the terrain manipulator recipe in the Titan expedition. That's a massive one. So you start the expedition with a terrain manipulator, but if you happen to delete it or get rid of it, there was no way to get it back. There was no way. You can maybe go buy another multi-tool and you might find it there, but it was basically like a huge issue. They have fixed it, so now you automatically know the recipe, so if anything happens to it, you can just rebuild it. And then we have fixed a number of rare mission blockers that could cause players to have the wrong crafting recipes during the Instellar Multitude. So that is the new purple system mission that we get, and there's a ton of fixes for that. A rare mission blocker in there, an issue that could cause secondary mission markers to persist. There's a lot of fixes for the new purple system missions, the Instellar Multitudes, that's what it's called. Then we have players can now archive their current starship or multi-tool as long as it is not the only one left. So that was an issue I ran into. So we now have cold storage, right? Where you could put up to 18 multi-tools or 18 ships in a storage bay. The problem is, if you were trying to store the active one, like the starship you were currently using, it would say, nope, sorry, this one's in use. Even if you had 5 other ships, it wouldn't let you put it in there because you were currently using it. Now that is not the case. You can put anything in there as long as you have another ship or another multi-tool to use. You need to have at least one always on you, and that makes sense. If you're trying to play the game, you want a multi-tool and you want a starship. That way you can fly around and do things in the game. So it'll let you do any of them as long as you have one left over after it's done. That's freaking awesome. Then we have made a significant number of improvements to the Nautilus visual effects. So a lot of people have seen this in the experimental. I've been playing on the testing branch, and the submarine has blinking lights on the side now. They were always there, but they never blinked. Now they blink. There's a lot of bubbles that come up. There's a lot of overhauls to the way that the sub looks. The Nautilus sub looks now, and it looks really awesome. I really dig it. So a lot of upgrades to a lot of that stuff, like all the exocraft. The fixed an issue that caused the Minotaur to sink into its geobay. A lot of exocraft modifications and patches in this patch, which is awesome. A lot of fixes. Then we have the big one. Crabs can now be adopted as player companions. So before, they kind of allowed us to do that. The big hermit crabs that are underwater that they introduced in the Worlds Part 2 update. They let us feed them and adopt them, but there was a weird bug glitch in the game to where you couldn't pull them out as a companion. They were kind of just in your inventory. You couldn't do anything with them. This patch should fix that. So now they are considered companions, and you can pull them out. You can, release them and pet them and show them off now, as well as adopting them, which is freaking awesome. And then lastly, we have a ton of visual glitch fixes. So a minor visual glitch with some specific barren trees. So a lot of memory optimizations, a lot of visual patches to this patch as well, fixes to this patch. That way it looks better, it looks cleaner. It should be running smoother. There's a lot of memory patches or memory optimizations for PS4 and Xbox. So this patch fixes a ton. Make sure you are checking your game, whatever platform you're on. If you're on PlayStation, press start on the tile and then go down to game information, and you should be able to see what version you have. Check for updates. Make sure you're on 5.58. That is the most current version. Same thing for Xbox. Go to the game tile in your dashboard, press pause, go down to manage game and all updates, and it should tell you which version it is, and you can manage your updates from there as well. Make sure you're doing that. If you're on Steam, verify your files. Make sure it's all up to date. So guys, I am really, really excited. It's finally out. All the fixes that they've been working on for like 2 weeks are finally out there. They're in the public. Nintendo, it's on the way. You know Nintendo. Nintendo's gonna Nintendo. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time.